Well, I'm in trouble. Lisa gave such a great introduction. That's what I was going to say. So, good morning, everyone. We are the Sports Museum at the TD Garden, levels 5 and 6. And just as a quick aside, because we deal with a lot of athletes and former athletes, a lot of athletes have started foundations, and a lot of them have done a lot of good work. When it comes to focus, when it comes to impact, when it comes to staying power, I think the Flutie Foundation is about at the top of that list. So thank you for all that you do to service the autism community, and you've done it for years. So we have a wonderful platform. We have a half mile of exhibits, including Doug Flutie's Cotton Bowl jersey and other treasures of Boston sports. But we're really an educational institution. We have found over and over again that when it comes to, it's a great platform to help kids and to teach kids. And it doesn't matter if they're athletes or non-athletes or boys or girls. When athletes are involved, if you can harness it and focus it in the right way, kids will listen and you can hook them. And we've really used that principle to start several educational programs, and our primary one right now is Boston versus Bullies. And so without further ado, NECN recently did a piece on Boston versus Bullies, and we're going to show you a little video that captures really the essence of the program.
Well, 4 out of 10 middle school students in Massachusetts are involved in bullying in some way.
To help stop it before it happens, an educational program is going into schools and using the power of professional athletes to get kids to listen. Our Brian Burnell shows us how it's making the grade.
If I had to give a bully a message, just stop, man. I mean, it's a lot better to be nice and have a bunch of friends than to have no one like you at all.
A powerful message delivered by Boston athletes.
Bullying is definitely not a pathway to popularity. And if it is, you become a bad name.
The words of Red Sox outfielder Mookie Betts and Patriot safety Patrick Chung resonating with these 5th graders at Malcolm White Elementary School in Woburn, Massachusetts.
In many ways, bullying is all about power.
Boston versus Bullies is an educational program run through the Sports Museum at TD Garden.
Why do their friends?
Facilitators like Ed Donnelly go into classrooms teaching kids how to identify and react to tough situations that they may encounter at school.
Look, bullying's not a fun subject.
Kids bully because?
But we're a very upbeat program in terms of getting kids involved and engaged.
Rusty Sullivan is executive director of Boston versus Bullies.
Boston versus Bullies.
He's seen firsthand the power of the uniform.
Well, like it or not, athletes are role models. We know that kids listen to athletes.
The program uses videos, star power, and role play.
I'm just going to tell him to get lost.
So kids can experience real-life scenarios.
You've seen a little skit about it, so you probably know how it's going to look like when bullying actually happens. He's teaching us about how we can stop bullying and how to help the bullies and know if somebody's being bullied.
Big mean, a little mean.
Teachers say just a couple of classroom visits have a deep impact.
We haven't had as many problems at recess, so I think students are starting to grasp the idea of sticking up for one another.
It's great to see that our program is really helping change cultures for the better in schools, because kids should want to go to school.
Changing culture and making the grade.
You go out of your way to make someone stay. It's the best feeling in the world.
Come join us as we stand strong against bullying.
With the help of some hometown all-stars. Brian Burnell, NECN.
Let's win this one together.
Brian, thanks. 40,000 students have experienced Boston versus Bullies since 2012. The program is free and available to any school that is interested. For more information, we've posted a link on our website and on the NECN app. Just search Making the Grade.
So that's our program, and we have delivered it to 40,000 students over the last 3 years in Massachusetts, thanks to the tireless efforts of our Director of Education, Michelle Gormley, who's here with me today, as well as the help of funding we received from several funders. Because of funding received from the Flutie Foundation, in particular, we've been able to roll the program out to the autism community, and we're glad it's an important program for that community in particular. And bullying is a big issue in schools, and our program is all about trying to get it to stop and teaching kids, all kids, the bullying prevention strategies that they need. So without further ado, I just want to introduce one of the teachers that has worked and delivered Boston versus Bullies. She is from the Joyce Kilmer Upper School in Boston. Please welcome Amy Smith-Munley.
morning. I'm a little nervous. I'm not used to talking to this many people at once. My name's Amy Smith-Munley. I'm a Boston Public Middle School teacher working with students on the autism spectrum. I've had the pleasure of working with Michelle Gormley and Rusty and the Sports Museum and the Boston versus Bullies program for the last 5 years. The Boston versus Bullies program has been really a valuable addition to our social skills curriculum. The students that I work with have significant challenges understanding the social pragmatics of language, nonverbal communication, and the social cues. The Boston versus Bullies program has provided some concrete examples and specific strategies to address these challenges in relation to bullying prevention. As a teacher, I've been able to use the Boston versus Bullies program to help the kids on specific IEP objectives. Personally, I especially enjoy the multi-sensory approach to Boston versus Bullies. The kit that we have has posters with the positive messages from athletes and peers. It also has posters which provide specific tools and strategies to use if you're confronted with bullying, and a game where the students are taught to identify scenarios as bullying or not bullying, and then are able to act out the appropriate social skills. In my class, we play the game as in teams, which help promote all the wonderful social skills involved with teamwork. The game provides repetition, which, as you know, is so critical to the learning process for all students, but especially students on the autism spectrum. It's fun, educational, and engaging, which is like the trifecta for teachers. The hope is that the multiple opportunities and the practice in bullying identification and prevention that we do in the classroom will be able to generalize into the greater community. And two of my goals as a teacher are to help my students learn social skills and increase their independence. The Boston versus Bullies program has been an effective, fun, and easy-to-use resource that helps me to reach these goals. Thank you very much for your time.